Max just spent $50,000 on 10 machines that hand out other people's money, and every time someone taps a button, he gets paid. Today, how to acquire an ATM wrote, the real per-machine math, the float nobody warns you about, and how sellers dress up dying routes to look like gold. First, how one machine actually makes money. Someone needs $40 at a bar with a cash-only cover charge. They tap, they grumble at the $2.75 fee. They pay it anyway, because the alternative is walking 3 blocks in the dark. That fee splits 3 ways, about 75 cents to the bar for hosting the machine, a quarter to processing and wireless, and roughly $1.75 to the machine's owner. A machine in a good spot does about 150 withdrawals a month, and the best bar machines on cash. Only weekends do double that. That is around $260 a month per machine for a metal box that never calls in sick, never takes a holiday, and never asks for a raise. And like vending, like storage, like everything on this channel, the machine is nothing and the location is everything. The same box that earns $300 a month inside a busy dive bar earns $11 in a quiet office lobby. Now, the route Max bought. 10 machines across bars, salons, and a taco truck lot, doing a combined 1,500 withdrawals a month. Gross surcharge income, about $49,000 a year. And Max walked every single location before offering, counting foot traffic on a Friday night like a detective. After location commissions and processing, Max nets about $31,500. Routes trade at roughly 1.5 times yearly profit. So this one priced at $50,000. And compare that multiple to anything else we cover. It is one of the cheapest earnings multiples in the acquisition world because the market knows you are buying a job with a duffel bag. And here is the beautiful part. ATM sellers love seller financing. Max paid $25,000 down, and the seller carries $25,000 over 3 years at 8%, about $9,400 a year. The machines pay off their own purchase price, while Max learns the route, and the seller spends 2 weekends riding along, introducing Max to every bar owner by first name, which is worth more than the machines themselves. Here's the money Max never gets told about: the float. Those machines dispense Max's own cash. Each one needs about $2,000 sitting inside at all times, so a 10-machine route ties up $20,000 that is always riding around town inside metal boxes. You get it all back as the processor deposits land in your account a day or 2 after each withdrawal, but you need it up front, on top of the purchase price, and nobody puts it in the listing. And you are the one refilling machines every week with a duffel bag and a routine, or paying an armored car service that eats a meaningful slice of the margin. Smart operators vary their refill days, go in daylight, and treat the cash run like the serious logistics job it is. Insurance for the cash in transit exists too, and on a small route the premium is worth every penny of sleep. So what does Max actually clear? $31,500 in, $9,400 to the seller note, leaves about $22,000 a year while the note runs. Then the full $31,500 once it is paid. Per hour of refilling and receipt checking, maybe 6 or 8 hours a week on a tight route, that is a genuinely great side business. As a passive empire, only once you love the route enough to keep upgrading it, nudge fees from $2.75 to $3 where the neighborhood tolerates it, and a quarter across 1,500 monthly withdrawals is $4,500 a year of pure margin. Move dead machines to busier corners, because relocation costs a weekend and a hand truck. And add a machine whenever a cash-heavy business begs for one, which they do, because an ATM in the building means customers stop leaving to find cash. But the landmines nearly got him. 1. The seller's spreadsheet said 200 withdrawals a month. The processor's printout said 140. Always demand processor statements. Never the seller's numbers, because the processor has no reason to lie, and the seller has 50,000 of them. 2. Old machines. If it is not EMV chip compliant and ADA height compliant, it is scrap metal wearing a screen, and retrofits can cost more than a used replacement. 3. Handshake locations. Half these routes have no written contracts, and the bar owner's cousin can take your corner the day after closing. Get every location signed and transferable before you wire a cent, and meet the owners in person, because this is a relationship business wearing a technology costume. 4. The big one, cash use is slowly declining. Good operators go where cash refuses to die. bars, barbershops, markets, food trucks, tattoo shops, and cash discount gas stations. And they watch the withdrawal counts monthly like a heart monitor. The trend is real, but so is the niche. And niches can pay for decades. Cash still moves through American bars every weekend by the billion, and somebody's machine is collecting the toll. So here's the ATM playbook. Buy processor-verified withdrawals, not promises. Pay around 1.5 times profit, with the seller carrying half. Budget the float, $2,000 a machine that never stops circulating, on top of the price. Sign every location, then upgrade the route one corner at a time, and let the fee increases fall straight to the bottom line. Max's $50,000 route pays about $22,000 a year from day one, $31,500. Once the note is gone, and more as the fee bumps land. Do that twice more with the profits, and in 5 years, the root empire clears 6 figures, one metal box at a time, and the machines do the asking. This is Acquisition Insider, showing you how the machine really works. Subscribe.